have a good time with her books. They're good palette cleansers. I think they're just fun. This again is one of those times where the book cover does not pay off. First Tomato. I have how many now? I think I have like 4. I have one right here. Look how big that one's. Would recommend you read this. I think it's an amazing book about friendship, about meeting people when you're young that shape you. Hello everyone and welcome to another reading vlog. There's an airplane going by, so forgive me. Yeah, this is my May reading vlog. Again, May is another good big new release. Probably every single month you're gonna see these are new releases because I really love doing vlogs for new releases. Maybe that's just me, I don't know. But I have 3 books that I really want to read. None of these actually, so let's just pretend you don't see them. But I have 3 books I really want to read through this vlog that are new releases that are coming out this month that I'm very excited for. First up we have The Love Haters by Catherine Center. I have not seen the best reviews on this one, but I really enjoy her book, so here's to hoping. Plus, the covers are just so freaking summery. I can't help it. Then we have Main Characters by Hannah Orstein. I've never read any book by this author, so I'm very excited. What drew me into was the cover of this book on NetGalley, and then I learned that it's pitched as The Parent Trap, but for adults, and I was like, tell me less, because I will want to read you. So that last one I have a physical arc of, and that is My Friends by Frederick Bachman. I'm going to call it now that I think this will be my favorite book of the whole vlog. I'm just going to say it. I'll be very sad if it's not, but this one, all I know, it's about friends. So that's all I know. I love Frederick Bachman. I've done a whole video about him. He writes some really thought-provoking, beautiful books, and I'm very excited to read him. So that's what we're doing this next couple weeks. So if you're unfamiliar with my vlogs, I try to keep it as realistic as possible. I'm a mom of 2. I have a 10-year-old who has autism spectrum disorder. Then I have a 3-year-old daughter, and you will hear her a lot in these videos because she's always around, which is totally fine. And I just do kind of regular things. I have a pretty boring life. I do have a lot of garden updates to share with you, so I'm super excited about that. I'm also wearing my Book Girl summer shirt. It's just about a girl, and it says like dive into a good book, and I love it. I love this color, and I'm gonna wear it pretty much all the time.
You got your blue shoes in the way you wear your hat, makes me smile. You're dancing like nobody's watching, but I've watched you for a while.
Hello everyone. So it is, what is today? I think I started this vlog on Tuesday and it's now Thursday. It's actually May 1st, so yay. I am now 60% of the way. We're halfway through The Love Haters by Catherine Center. Her books are quick and easy to read. I'm not going to lie to you. Am I loving it? No. I don't know what it is. I used to really love Catherine Center books. Like, I think I'm even going to do like a ranking of all of her books I've read. I haven't read all of them, but I've read like 8 or 9. So I've read a fair few, okay? So I don't know. I don't even know what her last year's release was, but I did not really enjoy it as much. Oh, you know what? I did. I remember liking her last year's one, the rom-commers. I didn't like the one the year before. This one is okay. So this book is about a character named Katie, who she works at like a video production place where they make a lot of promos for things, and the boss is really going hardcore on firing people, like reducing the staff, and Katie's job might be on the chopping block, you know. So her kind of work superior Cole's like, look, I can save you. You need to go to the Key West. You need to go to the Keys, the Florida Keys, or Key West, one of those, in Florida, to do a promo for the U.S. Coast Guard, with in particular like rescue swimmers. And so she's like, okay. And he's like, you know how to swim, right? And she's like, yes, only she does not know how to swim. So she goes down there, and basically that's where the story begins. She is actually profiling Cole's brother Hutch, who is in the Coast Guard, and he's a rescue swimmer and things like that. Cole and him have a very tumultuous relationship, and the whole book is about her getting to know Hutch while also getting to know his Aunt Rue, because she kind of stays in the cottages near there, and that's the whole book. Her and Hutch do get close. I would say that Catherine Center's books are more women's fiction than romance. I would say it's mostly about character development, and then the romance is kind of like the subplot, and that's exactly what this one is. In this book, Katie really struggles with her self-identity and self-image in particular. She kind of dated someone famous before, and they bashed her horribly online with how she looks and stuff like that. And so she really just doesn't see herself as beautiful, doesn't think she has any like real worth. She doesn't like physical appearances, and the whole book is about her trying to overcome that and see that she is beautiful no matter, you know, what she looks like. And I like it. I don't love it. It's nothing like, it's okay. It's like a cute summer women's fiction book. The romance, I really want it to be more because I'm really digging the vibes between Hutch and Katie, but the book's not giving it to me. Like, I want more, and it just keeps dangling it and then pulling it away, and I'm like, I want this. I want this. This is our main thing, and I don't feel like it's getting there, which is not to say like self-image is not a main thing. That's very, very important. It's something I struggle with a lot, like Katie, but I want it could be a lot more, I think, with the romance. That's just my opinion. I think I just love romance so vastly much. But I'm liking it. I'm not loving it. This is not one I think I'll shout from the rooftops. Right now, I'm pretty sure I'll probably give it like a 3.5 out of 5. I will try to finish it today because, like I said, I can read through this very quickly. But I like it. I don't love it. It's just Catherine Center. I don't know. They're just kind of so-so for me. I enjoy reading them. I have a good time. They're good, quick books to read, but I just don't ever have a lasting experience, if you will, with that. So that's my update for now. Garden update. So this is my little one raised bed garden that I planted starters in. I did not do seeds because I no. This is my first time ever growing like vegetables and stuff, so we'll have to see. Over here, these two are sunrise tomatoes. It said sunrise sauce. It's really good for like tomato sauce, which is what we don't like tomatoes in this house, but we do. I want to make my own salsa. I want to give some tomatoes away. I want to make my own marinara and stuff like that. So these two back here are Roma tomatoes. This one is doing very, very well. I planted these about a couple weeks ago. They are already starting to flower, which means that they are doing good. This one's flowering too, so is this one. This one hasn't started yet. Then over here we have peppers. This is a green pepper, what should be flowering here soon. And this is my red pepper. They're not doing as tall. I don't know if they are supposed to get tall. I'm not sure. So then I have a jalapeno right here, just one. And then the rest of these are cucumbers. So I haven't caged these yet because they haven't grown. These two, I'm going to have to do that probably very soon. But either way, I think it's going good. If it goes well this year, then next year I'm going to expand and make it even bigger. But I'll keep you updated on this. And even if I just get one thing out of all of these, I will feel accomplished. That's how I feel about this. Over here is my like wildflower seedlings. So I planted a whole bunch of seeds. I did a lot of zinnias, sunflowers, a perennial mix. As you can see, I have a ton of seedlings now, so I'm very happy about that. Some are pretty tall, some are not, but either way, they're growing. Either way, they are growing a lot. Like, it's okay. I don't prune these, like, I don't clip them off, whatever. They're wildflowers, I let them go, they'll be beautiful. My coneflower is getting huge, so I'm very excited about that. That's like the only flower that survived last year. Hydrangeas are doing amazing, as I showed you last time. I'm already starting to get some buds on them. A lot of them, they are just doing phenomenal. I used to only have one, but now I have 4, so I love this little hydrangea corner I have. Then I planted a whole bunch of seedlings back here, but it's not doing that well, sadly. It's just not. I think it's because the birds mess it up, so I might just have to get some flowers to plant it. But I do have some salvia. I don't know, man. Salvia does not do well in my house. Then I have some dianthus that I bought that are doing well. Then I have some coreopsis that is doing well, and some daisy. So this is not even anywhere near done. I put sun patience over here. I'm going to put some more. I'm trying to take it slow this year. But either way, that's my garden update. Feeling pretty good. It's only May, so I have a lot of time to do a lot of things to it, which I'm trying to take my time with it. Hello, it is the next day, and I did last night manage to finish The Love Haters by Catherine Center. Overall, I enjoyed it. I think if I would give it a rating, it would be a 3.5, maybe close to a 4 stars. I don't know, something about it, I just enjoy it. Make any sense? No. You know how sometimes you just read a book and you're just like, I really like this. I can't really put my finger on it, but I enjoy it. So I really enjoyed the love story between, I say I enjoyed it, I can't remember the main character's name. I really love the love story between Katie and Hutch, and I wish that was more predominantly in the book. And I understand the whole book is about self-image and learning to love yourself. I can 100% get behind that, but I really like the love between Katie and Hutch. which they had good chemistry. They didn't have much time in the book, but I don't know why. I just really enjoyed whenever they would have scenes together. I enjoyed reading them. I also love that he had this huge Great Dane named George Bailey, which is from It's a Wonderful Life. Which coincidentally is not a movie I enjoy. I don't even like the character George Bailey that much. I don't know why. I'm like the only one that doesn't like him, but I just don't. But either way, I love the dog in it. I love when books feature dogs. And it is a very summery book. It takes place in Key West in Florida, and she learns how to swim. And I just really enjoyed it overall. I don't know. Something about Catherine Center books I do really enjoy. When I think about it in the past, there's maybe only been 2 or 3 out of like the 9 that I've read that I really haven't liked. And those were like, I think What You Wish For, and there was another one. I don't even remember what it was called. I just really didn't like that one either. But overall, I just have a good time with her books. They're good palate cleansers. I think they're just fun. So I enjoyed it. Yeah. Moving on to my next read, I got this in the mail, which is my next read. So this is Main Characters by Hannah Orstein, and I love the package that I got sent in. It says, meet your new favorite summer read. And what drew me to this whole book, even on NetGalley when I saw it, was the cover. Am I a cover person? Yes, it will help me read the book, okay? Because this cover is just stunning. It is so pastels and so beautiful. And what I've heard, it's pretty much pitched as, and the only thing I know about it really is, it is The Parent Trap, but for adults. And it says that a perfect summer by a lake distilled in book form, even if you're not reading it in an Adirondack chair with a very good glass of wine, you feel like you are. I don't like wine, but I have 2 Adirondack chairs, so I will read them. So it says 30 years of family secrets, 2 sisters who have never met, one summer to unravel it all. So I think it's about these sisters that obviously have never met, kind of like The Parent Trap, and when their father passes away, they're like, oh crap, you exist, that kind of thing. And it says Eldon Hildebrand on a lake, and sisters, secrets, and of course an idyllic setting, main characters, everything I love in a summer read. So I never read anything. No, I have. I thought I never read anything by this author, and I went back and I read a book by her in 2020. I forget what it was called. It was like a gymnastics romance, and it was okay. It shows you how much I remember it, because I don't remember the title. I didn't remember that I read a book by her. But either way, I do have high expectations for this one because the cover, it just sounds perfect. It's set in Maine. I've always wanted to visit Maine for seafood and stuff. And I'm actually cooking some seafood tonight, and like inspired by that actually, because a couple of my girlfriends and I went on like a day trip to the Outer Banks, if you know, you know, last weekend, and we just spent a few hours there, but it was just seafood, small town, beach, and I was like, yes, seafood. So I'm gonna make like a Maryland-inspired crab dip. So I'm very excited for that. I'm so excited to read this. I really hope I'll enjoy it. I really do. Well, I have high hopes for it. So yeah, I'll update you when I have more to say about it. But thank you so much to Dutton for sending this to me. I was not expecting it, and it was like the perfect timing because I literally just finished The Love Haters, and this was on my doorstep. So I was like, yay! Great timing.
I can't play well, and this old dog is yet to go to bed, and only the good book can bring me comfort, while I lay on the floor praying for rest. But in my dreams I stay tight, pushing my way through the crowd, searching for another who understands a lonely lover, broken heart.
It's been a couple days, has it? I don't remember when the last time I vlogged. So I did want to update you on my progress on Main Characters by Hannah Orstein. I'm not too far into it. I don't even know what page exactly I'm on. I'm on page like 100, so not that far into it. I don't know how many pages this book has. Looks like maybe about almost 400, so not too much. I'm liking it so far. The story hasn't really 100% emerged quite yet, so I'm not really feeling connected to it. But I told you guys the whole pitch behind this book is, it's Parent Trap, but for adults, if you will. So the whole book follows 2 main characters, Vivian and Lucy, and they are half-sisters, but they don't know each other. So basically what happens at the beginning of the book, it is July, and Vivian shows up at her father's lake house with his ashes because he very suddenly, tragically passed away. And who should see when she gets there is Lucy, her half-sister. And she's like, who are you? And she's like, oh, I'm Lucy. Vivian didn't really know about Lucy until she was about 14 or 15, and that's her discovering it on her own. Her dad never told her, and so I don't know how, if she even tried to pan out a relationship. Lucy has always known about Vivian. So the whole spiel is the dad was married to Vivian's mom, and they had Vivian, and Lucy and Vivian are only 6 months apart. So you can tell there was some infidelity going on. So Lucy's whole life has been kind of kept away, if you will. She's lived with her mom. She's a teacher now. And every July, that is like her and her dad's month, because that's when Vivian's dad would say he had to go on a month-long business trip. Like, bro, ew. And so he would go be with his other daughter. And then in August, that would be his and Vivian's time at the lake house. And I'm like, this dude. And so that's the whole thing. So Vivian shows up, Lucy's there, and Lucy has no idea that the father has passed away. So Vivian has to tell her. And she's like, I'm selling the house, so you got to go. And Lucy's like, no, I love this place. I have such good memories of this place with my dad. And that is where the story kind of takes off. You see how different of relationships each of these girls had with their father. Vivian had a very strained relationship with her dad. There wasn't a lot of love. And she's hearing from Lucy that her and her dad had this sweet, beautiful relationship that she holds on to so dear. And there's some animosity between them. Both of them are not acting really good. Vivian's very much like kind of being a jerk, but then when I think about it, like, yes, she grew up with her dad, but she never really got to know him like Lucy did. Lucy really and her dad connected. So I get her animosity towards that. And so I think basically what's happening is they're both going to stay at the lake house while it's trying to be sold. And I'm guessing they're going to bond, if you will. So that's all I know so far from it. Vivian, like I said, it's kind of standoffish. She's a sommelier, a som, I don't even know, okay? She's the person that when you go to some fancy restaurants, they recommend you wine. I don't even drink wine. I know there's Sauvignon Blanc. I know there's Pinot Noir. Like, I don't know anything, okay? I'm about as basic and as bumpkin, I guess you can get, okay? Like, the most alcohol drink is like a pina colada, strawberry daiquiri, Mike's Hard. That's my jam, okay? So wine, I like sangria. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But, and Lucy, so opposite, so Vivian's from New York. She's a sommelier, whatever it is. So she's kind of fancier. And Lucy's from this town, and she's a teacher, and she's going through a really tragic divorce. And so that's all I'm telling you right now I know about it. I'm liking it. I'm not loving it. Right now, for me, I like to tell you guys as I'm reading it, on track it's to be a 3 for me. I'm hoping that it'll get better. I really, really am. I'm only 100 pages in, so that's not my definitive rating at all, but that's what it's feeling as right now. So there's that. Everyone, it's the next day, obviously. And I finished yesterday. Main characters, and sticking by my 2 out of 5. It pains me. I don't like rating books 2 out of 5. I don't look forward to it. I don't relish the fact, and I just, I just didn't enjoy it. Like, I didn't like either the characters. They were 30-year-olds acting like they were 15. Like, I know they had a lot of past trauma with dealing with their dad. They both had very different situations with growing up, but they just could never really, they would just fight and bicker, and there was so much infidelity in it. And then, the more the main character I told you about, like, kind of explained it, that she kind of grew up with it, so she thought it was normal, which I'm like, I get. And the whole premise was like, we're all just human. And I'm like, I get that, but also, like, I don't know. It didn't jive with me. It just didn't jive with me. I did not enjoy it, and so I am very sad to say 2 out of 5. So this again is one of those times where the book cover does not pay off. Like, I love this cover so deeply much, and I'm so grateful that the publisher sent me a finished copy. No. And it's a bummer because, like, the whole package on the mailer was like, your next favorite summer read. And I'm like, it's not. I don't think it's summery at all. Like, it was set in Maine, but they didn't do a ton of Maine things. They did a couple, but it could have been so much good with the setting and stuff. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one that feels this way. I just didn't enjoy it. So, moving on to my last and final read, My Friends by Frederick Bachman. This is the one out of all of these that I've read in this vlog. If I don't like this, I will be very, very sad. It's a big one. It's going to take me a bit to get through. It's over 400 pages. I don't know why I'm putting this in this vlog, but I'm going to try. I'm going to really try. This one, it's an unforgivably funny, deeply moving tale of 4 teenagers whose friendship creates a bond so powerful that it changes a stranger's life 25 years later. A lot of people are saying that this is his best, and I have read every single Frederick Bachman book except for the last Beartown book because I just don't think I can emotionally handle it. My favorites by him are Beartown and A Man Called Uwe. I also loved his short story, The Way Home Gets Longer and Longer. He just writes really beautiful books, so I'm very excited for this. And yeah, I'm very nervous because, yeah, I don't know. I do have a whole bunch of books I bought yesterday because apparently yesterday was a huge book release day that I just did not know about. Coincidentally enough, this one came out yesterday. I had no clue. Like, I have an ARC. It says this comes out March 20. This one says it came out in March, but then sometimes it would say it was coming out in June. And then I learned it was coming out yesterday. I did not get a copy of it because my Target sadly didn't have it, but I got a whole bunch of other books. So let's get into them. First up, one I have already read is Remarkably Right Creatures. This is their new edition of it. It's a paperback, and I was like, I have a hardback, but I want the paperback. Usually I'm not like a special edition person, but they've been coming out with a lot of them, and I can't resist. But either way, it's got these beautifully sprayed edges on them. Hopefully you can see. It's got like octopus and algae and stuff like that, and it's just really pretty. So I was like, I'd rather have a paperback copy of this. I might keep my hardback, but this is one of my favorite books of last year, and I just learned they're making a Netflix movie of it, which I'm very like, because Netflix is sometimes not do the best with it, but I do love this book. Another book I bought yesterday that I have also read is Love and Other Words by Christina Lord. So I have the very first edition of it. It's like an orange cover. I don't like the cover at all. So I was going to buy the new paperback one when they came out with it, but then I saw this got released yesterday. It's a new special edition, and I was like, I have to get this because this is my second favorite Christina Lauren book. My first one is The Unhoneymooners, and then it would be this one. So this is very beautiful, if you can tell. It's got these beautiful sprayed edges. It's got this beautiful thing, even on the... It says, favorite word, you. It's really, really pretty. Like I said, I'm just becoming a sucker for special editions. They are making so many of them. Oh, I didn't even notice that. It has a whole bunch of words because it's like Love and Other Words, like Ranunculus, Epiphany, Tremble, Zipper, Hushed. A lot of these I could not even pronounce. Mephilinus, Rape, Epiphany. Ah, that's cool. That's great. I'm glad that this book is finally now getting like pretty hyped. Either way, I think it's really, really pretty, and I'm like, I don't mind buying special editions of some of my favorite books. And the other 2 books I bought that I didn't really have any idea about, I do follow a couple people on Instagram that like they do new release Tuesdays, and they go show you at Barnes & Nobles what they're out, and I saw these, and I was like, oh crap, these kind of look interesting. First up, Shield of Sparrows by Devney Perry. I have read one other Devney Perry book before. Oh, gosh, this sun is just directly in my eyes. Sorry I keep changing the angle. The sun keeps getting in my eyes. I have read one other Devney Perry book before. She writes predominantly romance books. She wrote the Indigo Hill series, if I'm not mistaken. I think I read Juniper Hill. But either way, this is already being optioned for a show or movie as well. This one is, it says it's like, it's an adult romantasy. I don't know how to explain it. It just says, if you're not terrified, you're doing it wrong. Again, like, I don't know what's up with publishers these days with making these sprayed edges, but I'm freaking here for it because it's stunning. And on the inside, it's got this, like, this is freaking beautiful. Like, look how beautiful that is. Looks like Beauty and the Beast or something. I don't know. Oh, even look at that. I don't know anything about this book, but I've been hearing a lot of hype about it. That was the day I learned that not all myths are make-believe, that lies and legends are often the same, and that the only way to kill monsters we fear is to become one. I don't know, but we'll have to see. And the other one I bought is Silver Elite by Danny Francis. This one I've bought because an adult Hunger Games and Divergent, and they were like, if Divergent, Hunger Games, The Fourth Wing all made a baby, this will be it. And I was like, so it sounds really good. This has just straight up silver sprayed edges, and on the inside, nothing to write home about. So it's just this just says it's the first book of a sizzling dystopian romance. Oh man. Series. Psychic gifts are a death sentence, and there are rules to survival. Trust no one, lie to everyone, and whatever you do, don't fall for your greatest enemy. So we'll have to see. I have this one, like, they're on my radar now to read, but I don't know when I'm going to read them, and they're quite big, so we'll see. And the last thing I do want to share is I did get some book mail yesterday from St. Martin's Press, I believe, and it says, "Are you ready for a killer time?" And this actually is a thriller book that I request. This is actually a thriller book, The Bachelorette Party by Camilla Stein, and it just looked like a very good summery thriller. It's on a remote island off the coast of Sweden. 4 friends meet every year. The idea is to drink, dance, and shake off the weight of life's expectation. One night of reckless fun on an island they only know the location of, and they return to their normal lives. And then 10 years later, somebody has been consumed about the story of 4 friends who disappeared. Oh, interesting. I don't know if I've read any other book by this author.
No, I hope I win.
Okay, hold on. Let me look at this. Yeah, The Lost Village or The Resting Place. I don't know, but it sounds really good, and I'm always up for like a really good summer thriller, so I'm very excited that Minotaur Books actually sent this to me. So, yeah, that's my long update for now. I'm trying to just probably come in, because this vlog is probably getting hellaciously long, with just strictly strictly updates for what I'm reading. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello. Don't have much of an update. I'm kind of feeling slumpy, and it's not to the book's fault at all. I think it was maybe to the previous book I read. I just didn't enjoy it so much, and I really pushed myself through it, so now I'm feeling kind of sluggish, so I don't know how long this video is going to take, even if I'm going to finish this book in this video. But either way, I have started, my friends. I am on page 48, so watch out. I am enjoying it. Oh, I do want to show you. Look, my son made me the cutest little Mother's Day bookmark in therapy. It's so freaking cute. I'm on page like 50 pretty much, let's just say that. And it's a pretty lengthy book, which is, I don't know why, I'm enjoying it so far. I'm not surprised at all. It hasn't really revealed itself yet, so I can't tell you much about it, but I did want to just quickly update you to tell you I'm enjoying it. I'm not feeling vlogging right now or reading a lot, so I don't know what's going to come of this vlog. If I cut this midway through reading, I will let you know, and I will finish it, and then, you know, because I think I always started off with really being excited about vlogging, and then I just kind of lose my steam for it, because I'm like, this is kind of boring, nobody really cares that much, you know, just horrible thoughts. But either way, I think I'm also, if I'm being honest, getting overwhelmed with the amount of new releases coming out in May and June, and I'm excited. I'm overwhelmed with excitement. There are literally, I wrote out my list today, like May and June, July are stacked. Then August comes in, not a lot, but like these first 3 months with like summertime, it's like intense. Like June is like a heavy reading, like 10 books are coming out that I really want to read, and I'm like, how am I going to do that all? How am I going to read the May ones? Because there's some other books I have to read in May, but I can't quite get to them yet because I don't have ARC, so I have to wait till they come out. They're not coming at the end of the month. That's just how my brain thinks. It's always like, you know, and I honestly, people are probably like, read backlist books, don't worry about new releases, and I'm a lot better about that. But these new releases that are coming out, I'm actually really interested in, genuinely want to read. So it's like, you know, so like I really want to read this, but I'm just in a weird, sorry, I don't know why I keep doing that. I'm just in a weird headspace right now. Hopefully I will get in a correct headspace soon, but yeah, this is like the quickest update ever. I just wanted to let you know I have started it. I will update you, probably not as much, but updates. There you go. Okay, so it's been like 2 weeks since I started this vlog, so I thought I would do a final garden update. As you can see, the tomatoes are getting big, and we have some pretty big developments. First tomato, I have how many now? I think I have like 4. I have one right here, look how big that one's getting. I have another one over here, and then I have another one right here, so that's pretty exciting. My jalapeno is doing quite well. I believe I have, yep, there's one right there. I have a lot of flowerings. I did have a bell pepper, but it fell off, so that's fun. And my seedlings, as you can see, have gotten a lot taller, and there's a lot. Did I overplant over here? Yes, I did, but we'll just see what happens. This is just a total wildflower area, so whatever happens, happens. I believe those are sunflowers in the back. Look how tall my coneflower is getting, and it has so many buds. Like, look, this one's already starting to open up a little bit. I have that one. I have so many more, so I'm very, very excited about it. It's looking great so far. I have more wildflowers over there, so yeah, probably in June when I do my next reading vlog, I'll update you even more on how it's going. But like I said, it's a lot, as you can see. There's a lot of seedlings. Also, my hydrangea is already starting to blossom a little bit. So we'll see. I think it's usually pink. I forget. It depends on, I have pretty acidic soil, but either way, there are so many blooms this year. Like, so many. Look at all these blooms. It's going to be stunning over here, and I cannot wait. Hello. It has been several days later, but I am happy to report that I did finish My Friends by Frederick Bachman. So it took me a while to get through this. Number one, because it was over 400 pages. Number two, it's kind of dense, I guess you could say. There's a lot of different stories happening at once, and sometimes it can get hard to take track of. But overall, I did really enjoy it. I'm sad to say it wasn't a full 5 out of 5 for me, and that's okay. Not every Frederick Bachman book I have read has been 5 out of 5. My two, actually 3, I would say, 5 out of 5s from him are Beartown, A Man Called Uwe, and In Every Way The Home Gets Longer and Longer. Everything else is usually, I would say, anywhere from like a 3.5 to a 4.5. So that is where my kind of trajectory falls with him. I'd have to give this one a 4, maybe 4.5. I did really enjoy it, but it didn't, I guess, grasp me as much as his other books that I love and adore, but it still was beautifully written. He has this way of words. He also has a funny sense of humor. I just really enjoy his writing, and I love the stories he tells. And sometimes he writes the most profound things. So this book is going to be kind of convoluted to understand. So basically, you pick up with the book with a character named Louisa, who is a foster kid, about to turn 18, about to, you know, kind of get out of the system. And her best friend, Fish, who was another foster kid, who's been like her sister pretty much, she passed away due to addiction. She just couldn't handle things. And so Louisa's just very lost. She doesn't know who she is. She loves to draw. She loves to paint. And so she breaks into like this art show, this hoity-toity art show, because she is obsessed with this painting called One of the Sea. And it's a very famous painting that is going for millions upon millions. And she's always had this obsession with this painting because at one foster home, she found this painting on a postcard, and on the back of it was like, "See you soon, love, Mom." And she's always kind of envisioned that of her mom, even though she's passed away, writing it. She's just always had a very deep connection to this painting. And so she goes to look at it, not even do anything wrong with it, and security sees her, so she runs out, and then she runs into actually the artist of the painting in the back of the building, only she thinks he's a homeless man because he looks, you know, he's just kind of sitting there looking kind of rough, and it's actually the artist of the painting. And long story short, the artist sadly passes away because he's being sick a lot, but when he meets Louisa, he just knows, like, she's just an artist. She understands it. And so he leaves the painting to her. And what comes from that is Louisa meeting Ted, who is one of the artist's best friend, and Ted kind of telling their life story of when they became friends when they were like 13 to 14, and kind of when this painting was painted, pretty much. And so you get dual narratives of Louisa and Ted's kind of reminiscing and being very sad about his friend, and then also going back in time to his friends who were all very poor, and they knew the artist, which he's referred to as the artist, you don't know his name till later, to try to get him to paint because they know that he can be bigger and better than this place. And so that's kind of the whole thing. It's about art a lot, which I think maybe is something, sorry about the wind chimes, I didn't connect to a ton. That's not to say I don't like art. I'm just not, I don't quite understand it. I do appreciate it, and I understand anything could be art, really, but I'm not like very smart and intuitive when it comes to that. But I don't think you need to be when you read this book, but it does have a very big draw. And I did actually like tab some lines, and there's a whole bunch, honestly. I just tabbed a few that I just loved and adored that I really felt resonated with me. Let's see if I can find one. It's hard to say I love you when you're 14 years old, and completely impossible to dare to whisper, don't hurt yourself, because you'd be hurting me too. Because you're 14, you have such these big feelings. It's just, I'm telling you, there's so many amazing, let's see, oh, here's probably my favorite one. You can't love someone out of addiction. Of all the oceans are the tears of those who have tried. I love that. And also, I love this next part a lot. We're not allowed to die for our children. The universe won't let us, because then there wouldn't be any mothers left. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is such a true sentiment. As a mom myself, I was like, God, freaking cut to my core. There are just so many things. There's another one It's a funny thing. The person we fall in love with, we hardly ever call them by their name. It's just somehow so obvious that it's you I'm talking to and it's you I'm thinking of. Who else would it be? I don't know. I loved it. Overall, like I said, I would give this, did I even say? I would give this a 4.5 out of 5. I enjoyed it. I didn't love it. Oh, hello. Thank you. I think it was a little too long, and I did overall love it. I would recommend you read this. I think it's an amazing book about friendship, about meeting people when you're young that shape you to kind of who you are, and they'll always be deep, deep within your bones, and the kind of relationships you make, and all of them when they were younger had really complicated feelings with their parents and stuff because of things that were going on. But overall, it's a beautiful book, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's one of my favorites of the year. It just wasn't a quite full 5 out of 5 for me, so I can't just say that it was amazing. It was 100%. It wasn't. It was like 80%, if I could put it in there. It was close, but it wasn't quite there. But overall, I love Frederick Hoffman's books. I will always read what he writes. I enjoy them. They're deep, you know, and they're also funny at the same time. They have silly humor, but I just really enjoy it a ton, so I would recommend it. Out of all the books in this vlog, this is clearly my favorite. I still really enjoyed The Love Haters. I don't know why. I just really liked it, and the main characters was just a very big disappointment, so that's kind of a bummer. So I'm not, like, happy with the way this vlog ended with, like, the reading, but that's okay. It's okay, you know. I think I can always say I have great expectations for these vlogs, and I'll start them off strong, and then by the midway, maybe I think I need to cap it at a week. I'm talking to myself here, I'm sorry. But either way, let me know your thoughts and opinions if you read these books down below, and I will see you in my next vlog, which will probably be next month, and maybe I'll have some more garden updates and things like that. Bye.